Hello everyone. I wanted to go over real quick how I use my volume. I recently had a question as to why I had two separate volumes on the bottom of my chart and how I use them. And I also have the volume profile. I briefly went over that in another video. So if you want to know how I use that, please go look for that video here on our site. However, let's look at the bottom bars and what I use them for. So I have the SPY up here, pretty simple chart. Obviously we're moving just straight up. So this top one, this volume, is actually just volume. And it tells you it has red or green bars depending on where it closes during the day. This yellow line that's running through it is a 50-day moving average. Just below that, I have the buying and selling. Obviously, the green is the buying, the red is the selling. And why is this important? Well, for me, and I'm going to use this candle that we had last year on Friday. I'm going to blow this up just a little bit. So you can see that we came in, we opened up right across this lower trend line and closed higher, thus the open window. This candle is open. When the candles are open, that means that the close was higher than the open. So it doesn't matter if it's green or red, right? The close is higher than the open. However, if you see here on Friday, this candle's red. If you weren't able to look at this candle and look down here, you would say, wow, it's a smidge more volume than the day before and it's red, right? It doesn't show you, it doesn't really tell you the picture of what happened inside that candle, showing that we did open up lower, but we pushed our way right back up. We just happened to stay a little bit lower than the day before. So this was Thursday's. When we look at Thursday's candle, you can see that the buying and selling was pretty even. That's the reason we ended up with this candle where the body was almost non-existent. But on Friday, if you weren't able to look inside that candle to see that the buying volume was actually higher than the selling volume. And that's why I like to look at the buying versus selling, because just looking at the candle here doesn't give you the full picture. Looking at this, it would give you a bearish bias. Looking inside that candle, it says, maybe we need to pay attention to where it opened and closed and notice that there is that extra buying. So it's pretty simple for me. However, I always look at indicators or different tools that you can put within your chart. Remember, don't get too many, because if you have too many, more than likely what will happen is you get so caught up within that technical analysis that you really end up can't make a choice. So don't do that. But I like coming back to the volume itself. The volume's pretty important. We need to know, are we building volume? Are we decreasing in volume? Are we staying steady? What does that tell us about the chart? Well, here I like the 50-day moving average because it shows me, are we staying within our 50-day average volume? Clearly, we have definitely lightened up on volume. We had some days that were higher, but overall we have had lighter volume as we continue to hit new highs. So that's something important to take into account. But then within that daily candle, to see where is the pressure, or are they bulls coming right back in, taking the bargain, buying the dip and pushing it back up. So that's how I use it. If you have any questions, please reach out, heatherc@givingtreetrading.com.